Hey guys, it's Joe with Joe Knows Cryptos here with your daily crypto video update. And I'd like to introduce you to 3 people today. I'm actually going to let them introduce themselves to you. And I want you to kind of think about what each one has to say and which one you agree with the most. And, see if this wakes any of you up who are still on the fence. So let me introduce the first person to you here. Hello. I am a very confident person, and I make about $20 million a year. I am a billionaire, of course. I own a very large bank. Very large. One of the biggest. And I'm also involved with credit cards, and the less money you make and the more credit problems that you have, I like to charge you a much higher interest rate. Actually, the interest rates that I like to charge you, the gangsters used to go to jail for. They used to call it racketeering anytime they charged over 25% interest rate. But nowadays, since I'm so powerful, the government lets me charge 35, 36% interest rates to those people that really need money but don't seem to have a good job or have had some credit issues in the past. Not even major credit issues, just minor credit issues. Or if I think that they're not going to earn enough money to pay me back quickly, I like to charge them extra. Now, I am very important. I'm very important. Don't forget it. Don't forget that I'm very important. And also, about 10 years ago, my bank had some trouble. We were lending money on houses, and we actually lent money to anybody and everybody. Of course, the worse your credit, the higher interest rates we charge, and we made a killing. We made a bundle of money, but then people stopped paying their mortgages because interest rates went up, and we weren't making as much money anymore. So we were actually overextended. So we asked you to bail us out. And keep in mind, I do make about $40 million a year. I'm a billionaire. All my top executives make tens of millions. So I'm very wealthy. But I would like you to reach into your pocket and pay me a percentage of your income and get my business out of trouble. Even though we've made a killing in billions of dollars. And we actually allow criminal organizations like drug cartels to launder money through our bank. And when we get caught, we do have to pay a fine. Now, even though we may launder billions of dollars and make, we may make 100 million, but we'll get fined $1 million. Ooh, and I hate it when that happens, getting fined $1 million for making 100 million. It's so terrible. I can't believe that the government does that to me. But I'll continue doing it because it is profitable after all. And my name is... Hold on a second there. Before you tell them who you are, if you haven't guessed, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm also a billionaire, one of the richest people in the world. I give advice to people, and how I make my billions is when small guys like you try to go into business, and your business gets in trouble because of the regulations, and like my friend here just says, charges you very high interest rates, and you can't afford to stay in business any longer, but it has the potential to be a very profitable business. Well, I just come along and I just scoop up your business for pennies on the dollar, and then I turn it into profitable business because I'll have lower interest rates, and I'll be buying all your equipment that you had to pay top dollar for pennies. And I'm going to give everyone advice, even though I don't personally have to pay any taxes, and I am a billionaire. But now, if any of my businesses get in trouble or the banks get in trouble, I would like you to reach into your pocket and give them money to bail them out. Because I'm very wealthy and I'm very smart and I'm smarter than you, and you should listen to me because I'm conning you, just like my friend is, out of your money. But trust us. Wait, I have one other person that wants to say hello. Guys, those guys are crooks. Don't help them. They're going to keep asking you for money. All they care about is, all they are is greedy. They're greed-filled. All they want to do is continue to print out money and devalue it and make you have to work harder and make you work 2 jobs instead of 1. And now your wife has to work 2, and now she has to work 2 jobs. It's never going to be enough for these guys. They're going to keep giving themselves raises. And then when you want the money, when you need money, they're going to charge you interest rates that are unbelievable, and they're going to let all their criminal friends have money at low rates, and we're going to suffer, the little guys, and they're going to drive us out of businesses that are good ideas, and they're going to steal our businesses for themselves and for their criminal friends. And it's just going to make people like you and me who start these businesses bankrupt. People that had the brain power to come up with these ideas in these businesses. Let me introduce you back to them so we can tell you who we are. Well, if you haven't guessed my name, I am Jamie Dimon. I am the president, CEO of JP Morgan, and I would like a bailout, please, even though I do have billions and billions of dollars. I have a feeling that there might be a financial crisis, and I will be asking you for your hard-earned money, even though I've stolen plenty of it over the years, over the decades. Oh, hi. I'm that likable guy that, you know and you trust, even though I steal your money and I steal your jobs and I steal your businesses. My name is Warren Buffett, and I'm also a billionaire. I'm one of the richest people in America. Please, when we need more money because we're not satisfied with our billions, we're going to ask you for another bailout. So please come in and bail us out, because it's going to be happening soon enough. Okay, you can trust me because I'm a wise old guy, and I still live in this same old house that I bought, my original first house. Even though I never spend any time there, I'm always traveling around, staying in the finest 5-star hotels. I just like to keep that house for a memory and to say that I still live there, because it makes me sound like I'm a real person. But I'm not a real person. I'm a conniving old, well, anyway, nice to meet you guys. Let me let this last gentleman on here, who I don't think any of you should pay any attention to. He reminds me of rat poison. Guys, please, when the next financial bailout comes, don't give these guys your money. Protest in the streets if you have to. I created something to protect you all against this, to give you your freedom back. My name is Satoshi Nakamoto, and I created something called Bitcoin. And as dollar value goes down, the value of Bitcoin goes up. I created it that way. I also created it so people like Jamie Dimon and the banks can't control how much of it is printed out. There's a limited amount. There's only 21 million there will ever be, which gives it a constant value, not like dollars that can be printed out unlimited amounts. I also made it decentralized. So these centralized currencies people can control and manipulate, but my hope was when I created Bitcoin was that it would be less easy to manipulate. I also made it in a way that's easy to transfer, easy to store, will keep its value. I try to do this for us, for the little guys, for the people of the world. Please, if you haven't heard of Bitcoin, or you're on the fence, or you're still trusting those other two guys, please don't. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I'm one of you. I have to wear a disguise because if they ever found out who I was, they'd probably try to kill me. Or maybe they'd even try to have me come out and say that Bitcoin was a mistake. Or maybe they try to blackmail me or frame me. Or ask me if there's any way that they can centralize Bitcoin or defraud people with it. They'll try. They will try. But compared to their currencies, Bitcoin is much better. So please, people, when the time comes for you to decide between cash and bailouts and freedom and Bitcoin, I hope that you trust me enough to try Bitcoin and not the people who wear the $10,000 suits and the $4,000 shoes and smile and act like they know what's good for you when they're only con men trying to take more of what they already have, that they have plenty of. They have plenty of money. Like they both told you, they're both billionaires. They're both the richest people in America, some of the richest people in America, and they still want more. It saddens me. It saddens me to think that there are people this evil who are such con men. But I guess that's why they're the richest people in the world, because they con people the best. They're the best at conning people into thinking that they're nice people when they're actually the most evil snakes that slither around behind our backs when we don't have the cameras on them. And that's all I want to say, people. Just please trust me, believe me. You've seen Bitcoin. Find out more about it if you haven't heard of it, if you haven't researched it. Please take it and compare it to the currency that you currently have. I'm going to go now before they try to find out who I am. Well, guys, I hope you had a entertaining time there listening to those three people that I wanted to introduce you to. Because this world is full of games. It's full of cons. It's full of gambles. But mostly it's full of these con men that are out to just take you for a ride. There's some that are obvious con men, the ones who will send you the email saying that my father is a king, or I'm a king in some African village and I'm worth millions of dollars, but I need to I'm coming to America and I want you to have a couple of $1 million, but I need you to deposit some money in the bank before I arrive. So when I get here, they're going to try to steal my money. So at least I'll be able to bring in a couple million, but I won't be able to bring in the rest until I'm in the country, and then I'll pay you back 100-fold on the 100,000 that you put in the bank for me, or the 1,000, or whatever you have to spare to help me out on my cause. Now those are obvious scammers, right? Those people that send you those emails. The ones that are the scammers are the politicians who can get inside information on stocks and still trade, but if some person like me and you goes and hears something through a friend of ours who's in the brokerage business or a business that's starting up, and we go ahead and invest in it, we get thrown in jail. Perfect story example is Martha Stewart, and I think she was just made an example of. I don't think that normally they would throw someone like her in jail because she is wealthy, and usually the wealthy are protected. It's usually the smaller guys like us. But she was pretty popular at the time, and they wanted to make an example out of somebody. Guys, anyway, I'm getting near 15 minutes here, so Please like, subscribe if you haven't yet. I need to get to 1,000 subscribers before I can do some better quality videos. Kiss your wife, kiss your girlfriend, hug your kids, pet your pets. God bless. Jonas Crypto signing out.